My daughter needed a liver transplant, so my wife and I got tested. During the process, the doctor pulled me aside and revealed something that shattered my world. I'm not her biological father. Since then, I've secretly tested all 5 of my kids, and the results have left me questioning everything and wondering what to do next. Hello, Reddit eyes, plus here. I never expected my life to change in a single sentence. My 10-year-old daughter, Emma, had been on the transplant list for months, and every day felt like a marathon of hope and helplessness. When the hospital called and asked my wife, Laura, and me to undergo compatibility testing for a potential liver donation, I was ready to do anything to save her. The tests seemed routine: draw some blood, sign a few forms, and wait for the results. But when the doctor pulled me aside with a look of hesitancy, I knew something was wrong. "You're not her biological father," he said gently, as though softening the blow would lessen the pain. His words echoed in my ears, and I felt the ground shift beneath me. I didn't confront Laura right away. I couldn't. Emma was still my daughter, no matter what the tests said, and she needed me to stay strong. But something inside me unraveled. I began to wonder, if Emma wasn't mine, what about my other children? Laura and I have 5 kids. Emma is the middle child, surrounded by 2 older boys and 2 younger girls. As much as I wanted to believe this was some cruel mistake, doubt crept in like a shadow. Without telling Laura, I ordered DNA testing kits for all 5 children. The results came in 3 weeks later. I opened them in the solitude of my car, parked on a cliff overlooking the ocean. The waves crashed below as I tore through the envelopes, one by one. My eldest son, Jake. Not mine. My second son, Liam. Not mine. Emma, of course, confirmed. Not mine. My 4th child, Sophie. Mine. My youngest, Clara. Not mine. The numbers blurred together as tears streamed down my face. 1 child out of 5, just 1, was biologically mine. I thought back to the moments of joy and love that had filled our home. The late-night feedings, the soccer games, the bedtime stories. Was all of it a lie? I decided to confront Laura that evening. My anger simmered as I walked through the door, but the sight of Emma pale and weak on the couch reminded me of why I'd kept this a secret so far. My children didn't deserve to have their lives ripped apart, not when one of them was already fighting for hers. "Laura," I said, motioning for her to join me in the kitchen. My voice was calm, but my hands trembled. "We need to talk." She looked at me, her face a mixture of confusion and worry. "What's going on?" I slid the DNA test results across the table. She didn't pick them up right away, but when she did, her face drained of color. "How long have you known?" she whispered. "Long enough," I replied. "Emma's doctor told me, and I couldn't stop myself. I had to know about the others." "Laura, why? Why would you do this to me?" "To them?" Her silence stretched on for what felt like an eternity. Finally she spoke, her voice barely audible. "It wasn't like that. It was never planned. It just happened. You were always so busy with work, and I felt so alone." Her excuses felt like knives cutting into me, but I didn't have the energy to lash out. "I've loved those kids every single day of their lives," I said. "Biological or not, they're mine. But you—" My voice cracked, and I couldn't finish the sentence. The days that followed were a blur of tension and quiet devastation. I didn't know what to do or how to feel. My love for the kids hadn't changed, but my trust in Laura was shattered. I started spending more time with Sophie, my only biological child. Not because I loved her more, but because I needed an anchor in the storm of betrayal. Emma eventually got her liver transplant, thanks to a donor from the registry. Watching her recover in the hospital, I realized something important. I didn't care about DNA. She was still my daughter. They were all my children, no matter what the tests said. But I couldn't ignore the betrayal. Laura's actions had fractured our family in ways that might never fully heal. I'm still deciding what to do. Should I stay and try to rebuild the life I thought we had? Or should I walk away, leaving behind the woman who betrayed me and the children who may never understand why? For now, I'm taking it one day at a time, cherishing the moments with my kids while I figure out where to go from here. One thing is certain. I'll always be their father, even if the blood running through their veins isn't mine.